This conversation, I want to speak to you about no doc business loans that pull personal TransUnion. How do you get a large approval the first time around? So this is an important element because a lot of folks are trying to apply for a no doc business loan that pull personal TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian, but they have no idea how to get a large approval. So in today's conversation, I will be spilling a lot of beans. So you want to stick around till the end of today's conversation. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka. Now let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about a no-doc business loan that pulls personal TransUnion. How do you get a large approval the first time around? So here's the overview. Before I even get into the steps, I want to give you a very short overview of what we're talking about. So here are the lenders that pull personal TransUnion for large business loans. Okay, you need to familiarize yourself with them. You want to check also your TransUnion credit report to make sure there are no derogatory items in there. If they are, you want to dispute them. Very important. So the number one lender, Fora Financial. Okay, with Fora Financial, you can get approved up to $500,000. No doc business loan, not a problem. And you can get funded in as little as 3 days from approval. Okay, so this is really great. You can qualify in minutes. This will not affect your credit. Fantastic. And what we love with Fora Financial is that they're constantly changing, they're constantly innovating. Their key strength, you can actually get the loan faster. Okay, you can actually they have a very streamlined process. This is wonderful. The second lender, Sunwise Capital. Here you can get loans from $10,000 to $2 million. They want you to have a credit score from TransUnion of 500 FICO score. So that's the minimum, 500 FICO score. Okay, and they have a fast and easy online small business lending application. No cost, no obligation, 24-hour approvals. Okay, next day funding. Okay, again, the delta here is 10,000 to 2 million. Then you have Zing. So Zing, you have also you can actually get approved for 10,000 up to 1 million. This is really good. And what we love with Zing is that if you want to get started, time in business 6 months, personal credit from TransUnion above 500, and monthly revenue above 10,000. Okay, and this is really great. We have Toro. Toro is also really good. We love Toro, and we have reviewed Toro on this show multiple times, and we love Toro. And the thing we love with Toro is that they are able to give you the cash you need real fast. Okay, and you can actually get funding from Toro up to $575,000. Okay, they are open. They offer open-ended funding. This is really good, and you can actually work with them to get the loan you need and deserve. We have a SMB Compass. Here you are looking at loans that go all the way to $1 million. This is really great. They are very flexible. Also, we love the fact that they will work with you, and this can be no doc or low doc business loan. Okay, and so you also have so here are some advantages. You have limited or no documentation, fast underwriting, quick approvals. We have also Sutton Funding. So the thing with Sutton Funding is that they are really great. They actually can approve you up to $5 million with low doc or no doc. Okay, this is really good. And the repayment period 6 months to 10 years or longer. And they accept new businesses, or if you have you have been in business for at least 1 year, they'll work with you. They also offer business lines of credit. So when we talk about Sutton Funding, we are talking about not just low doc or no doc business loans, but also business lines of credit. They also offer equipment financing and so on and so forth. So this is a great player. And I want to talk to you now about Capital for Business. This is another player you want to have in mind. And they have that you can pre-qualify for up to $500,000. Okay, but the business loans go from $4,000 to $1 million, and you have near instant approvals, 24-hour funding. This is really great, and we love the fact that you can apply in minutes, literally in minutes. You just have to tell them about your business, you tell them about yourself, and that's it. And they want you to connect to your bank account also. This is important. And I want to talk to you about Quick Loans Direct. This is an important player that you have to know about. Quick Loans Direct. This is really great, and they also do a lot of they will give you the loans that you need, okay, and up to $1 million, okay. So when we think about Quick Loans Direct, we really believe that here is a player that has understood the whole industry, because for them speed matters, okay. And so their entire business model is built on the fact that they want to make sure they get you the cash as soon as possible, okay. It takes about 5 minutes to complete the application, but again, remember, up to $1 million in funding, okay. And we have also Business Capital USA. This is really good. We love Business Capital USA because with them you can actually get a constellation of funding options, okay. We're talking about you can use the cash you get from them to purchase inventory, buy equipment, hire additional staff, cover marketing costs, renovate or expand the business, and so on and so forth. You also have Clarify Capital. It's another player that we love on this show, and Clarify Capital is kind of cool. We love the fact that you have instant approval and funding within 24 hours. Okay, you can get financed from $10,000 to $750,000, and the APR is kind of decent. So you are looking at 7% minimum. Okay, so this is really great. I mean, we love that, and they have a lot of options for funding, for fast funding at Clarify Capital. You were talking about a loan, a short-term loan, a line of credit, factoring, okay, and those can be low doc or no doc. It's totally possible, okay. Very, very important to remember that. Now that I have familiarized you with the lenders that offer this sort of a no doc or low doc business loan that pull TransUnion, I want to really now go into the steps you need to follow. Boss, I'm speaking to you about how to get a large amount the first time you apply. The first thing you need to do is to actually clarify the loan proceeds, the use of loan proceeds. You want to talk to the lender. You want to explain to the lender why you need the money. That's important. It's really important. And there's a lot of mistakes that a lot of people make. They don't really explain. And then they realize, hey, I have a high FICO score. I have a high TransUnion score. So I really don't care about, I don't care about what they, I don't care about explaining why I need the money. No, you can have a high Vantage score, Vantage 2.0 score, or a FICO score or whatnot. But if you're not able to explain to the lender why you need the cash, why are they going to give you the cash in the first place? So please do me a favor. I want you to really have a legit reasons why you are looking for the money. There are a lot of legit reasons. For example, you want the cash to purchase real estate and expand operations. This is kind of cool because this is the sign of a responsible business owner who is trying to expand his or her activities, okay? You can use the cash to purchase equipment. For instance, let's say you need a lot of, I would say a lot of fixed assets on your balance sheet, and you're trying to get more business, you're trying to expand the business, you need the tools of the trade. Then you can actually borrow money for that. You can use cash to purchase inventory. You can get a no-doc business loan to purchase inventory, okay? Or you can use the cash to increase working capital. What I'm trying to say here is that please be very careful to understand that when we talk about a no-doc business loan that pulls personal TransUnion, you have two criteria to pay attention to. Obviously, your TransUnion personal score, but also the use of loan proceeds, okay? Banks and financial institutions in general, they have requirements. It's actually called AML, so anti-money laundering. So the government, the federal government, requires them to actually trace and be clear about how money is used within the U.S. financial system, okay? So you have to provide some kind of explanation. And this is important because a lot of y'all, they don't really take it seriously. You don't take it seriously. You believe, I just need to have a loan. I just need to provide whatever documentation they ask me and I should be fine. No. Do not make that mistake. You want to explain the use of loan proceeds, and the way you intend to use the cash should be in sync with your business. Very important, with your business. The second thing I want you to pay attention to if you want to be approved right off the bat, when you apply for a no-doc or low-doc business loan that pull TransUnion, personal TransUnion, you got to be aware of your credit ratings. So when I talk about credit ratings, we actually put the S at the end of credit ratings, okay? Because we are speaking about your personal credit, but also your business credit. Okay, so first let's talk about your personal credit. This is important. You got to check your TransUnion credit score. Okay, make sure that there are no, you have to check the report. Make sure there are no derogatory items. I've said that before. Okay, you can go to annualcreditreport.com, and this is a great source for a free TransUnion credit report, or you can actually buy it from TransUnion. It is worth it. I mean, it is worth the $75 or $50 or whatever they charge these days, because you are going to apply for a no doc business loan that, if approved, can actually net you, and not net, but can grant you up to $100,000, up to $250,000. So think about it. You're spending $50 to get the most accurate TransUnion report, okay, credit report, and it's a good investment. But if you want to get it directly from TransUnion itself. Okay, very important. And so that's for your personal credit. Now, what about your business credit? Well, is your business new? Do you have an established business, or do you have what is the status of what is your operational status? If you have an established business, it pays to actually have your paydex score. So when we talk about business credit scores, we are talking about 3 primary credit scores, with one being the primary, the most primary, if I can use that word. All right. So we have the paydex score is the most primary, quote unquote, most primary credit score for businesses, and then you have Equifax payment index, and you have Experian IntelliScore Plus. Okay. So those are the 3 that really matters when we talk about business credit score. And you want to make sure that at the very least you have a paydex score, okay? Or everything starts with having a DUNS number. You got to have a DUNS number. This is really important. So you have to contact Dun & Bradstreet and talk to them and explain your situation, your company situation, and they will actually set you up for a DUNS number. Once you have a DUNS number, you'll be able to have a credit reported onto your DUNS number, and this is how you generate your paydex score, okay, among other things. So number 1, use of loan proceeds, clarify that. Number 2, you want to actually ascertain your credit ratings. Number 3, let's talk about a very important element here. That's your business plan. Boss, this is so important. If you are trying to be approved right off the bat when you apply for a no doc or a low doc business loan that pulls personal TransUnion, do me a favor. I want you to have a business plan. Okay? What? Yeah. Well, that's a question that Marie asked last time, right? Marie, I can't hear you. What's that? A business plan is important for what reasons? Well, business plan is important for a lot of reasons, okay? Not just when you apply for a no-doc business loan. I mean, you can apply for any loan. A business plan provides a window into your business. That's just very important. Now, I'm not going to complicate a very simple matter here, okay? A business plan provides a very needed window into your business. Think about it. You're asking the lender to give you a loan. Okay, you're asking the lender to give you a loan, and you don't want to provide any documentation. Okay, all right, but you got to give something to the lender. I mean, they need to have some visibility into your business. What are your plans? Okay, what are your plans? So big decision time. Do you currently have a business plan? Boss, talk to me. Cuz, talk to me. Do you have a business plan? If not, I want you to start right now. I want you to really start writing a business plan. You can actually outsource the writing part. You can actually buy software that will do it for you. We are talking about business plan, life plan, and whatnot, okay? Or you can hire a local business plan writer to kind of help you out, okay? My thing is, you need a business plan for several reasons. Because they provide insight into what resources are needed to reach goals. They establish a clear timeline of when your company can expect to achieve those goals, okay? Among other things, the business plan offers a clear way to track progress on a company basis, at a company level. But most importantly, it gives the lender some resources to understand your business better, okay? And that's what you want. Grandma, hey, listen, hey, over here. We're talking about the importance of business plan. Marie, I hope you understood why you need a business plan, okay? And don't you try to really be stingy here. Don't you try to have I'm going to pay someone $25 to write me a business plan. What's up with that? That's really bad. That's really, really bad. Oh yeah, that's really bad. You want to invest in it because, again, go think about it. You spend $200 and you get a solid, compelling business plan that will help you get $100,000 in loan approval. That's the right investment. That's a good investment. Okay. So when we talk about business plan, we have several components, from the executive summary to the financial projections and needs. So we have an entire show that is focused on the important element of business plan. So go check out that show, or just drop us a comment below and we'll just answer you. Now I want to talk to you about financials, and this is ancillary. This is related to the business plan. Okay, so normally in the business plan you got to have financials. Okay, but the most important thing here is that you need to have updated financial records. So obviously we are speaking about no doc business loans, and you might be thinking, why am I am I compelled to provide financial records? Well, listen, when we talk about no doc business loans, we are talking about a situation where you are providing nothing, but you got to give something. I mean, this is pure logic. I mean, let's just think for a second. Wait a minute. Are you able, you who are listening to me, are you able to give money to someone with no guarantee, with nothing at all? You got to have something, and in some cases, you got to have financials. Okay, those financials can be projected or actual. Okay, it's all about how you provide information on your financial statements. Okay, money. Where is your money coming from, boss? Talk to me about that. Where is your money coming from? What is your what is your liquidity coming from? Because we have to talk about cash inflows and cash outflows, right? And this is important. Those are things that really those are things that have a material impact on your ability to get the low doc or no doc loan that you need. Okay, so when we talk about financial reports, we are speaking about 4 primary financial statements: your balance sheet, your income statement, your statement of cash flows, and your statement of owner's equity. And those 4 can be projected or actual. Okay, and it's important to have accurate financial statement because they help identify your success. They help identify business opportunities. They help build trust, not just with the lender, but also with other stakeholders. Okay, and it helps reduce your tax burden because you have a clear idea of your expenses, so you can actually write off the most important expenses. This is important because if you don't have let's say you don't have a sound financial accounting system and clear financial statements, you will never be able to identify those expenses that are actually that could help you out come tax season. Okay, and you also want to actually reduce errors and mistakes. What I'm trying to say here is that it's always important to actually outsource. If you personally, okay, if you're not, let's say, financially illiterate, this is not your forte to create financial statements. It's just better to outsource the whole thing. And one thing I also want you to really be careful, boss, when you apply for a no doc or low doc business loan that pull personal TransUnion for a fast approval, I want you to apply for the right loan. Don't go for the wrong loan, not at all. I mean, a lot of business owners have no idea what kind of loan they need. They just know they need the money, right? Because you're trying to plug the operational chasm, the operational gap you have, because your liquidity inflows are way shorter than your liquidity outflows. So you have by default an operational chasm, a gap you need to plug, right? So, but they don't apply for the right business loan for them. So how do you actually identify the right business loan for you? First of all, you need to nail down why you need the loan in the first place. Yes, this kind of a preliminary analysis is really important because it's going to lay the foundation for a future analysis in terms of, do I need more? Do I need more? If I need more, on what conditions, on what terms? Okay, so big decision time, boss, big decision time. My question to you is, why do you need a no doc business loan? Let's talk about that. Let's be honest. This is a table. This is a family table. Everybody's entitled to free speech. All right, people can talk whatever. People can talk. So nail down why you need a loan. So figure out how much you need. This is important. Okay, and you have to actually analyze your credit worthiness. So this is your TransUnion credit score. Okay, do you have a high one or a low one or an average one? Okay, and you also need to explore your lending option. This is very important because exploring your lending options will help you to know what's available in your area. For example, boss, Okay, because if you don't want to apply through an online lender, you need to know what kind of alternative lenders are available in your area. So I've given you 10 names. You know, Flora Capital, Sunwise, Zing, Toro, SMB, Sutton Capital for Business, Quick Loans Direct, Business Capital USA, and Clarify Capital. Now those players are actually, they cover the whole United States because there are online players. But so you have to have a clear idea, okay, and you have to decide finally and apply. So one thing I want to say before deciding and applying, please make sure that you have a soft pull. In other words, you are able to have a situation where you can actually get the loan without a hard pull at first. At least see whatever options you can qualify for. Okay, that way you know exactly, hey, listen, if I apply, I might stand a chance. I mean, a soft pull, a pre-qualification offer is not a guarantee of final approval, but it really helps. Okay, so long story short, think about that. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I'm still having a conversation here about no-doc business loans that pull personal TransUnion for fast approval. And I want to talk to you now about the legal setup. Okay, legal setup is really important. Like if you're trying to get a no-doc business loan, what is your legal structure? Let's talk about that. Okay, you need to have a clear idea of what your business structure is. I mean, people are talking about business structure. What is it exactly? Well, it's not just about having an LLC, because people actually hang up on the LLC concept when you talk about a legal structure. They think automatically about LLC, but you have more. You have more structures. You have LP, you have LPs, you have LLC. I mean, you have a constellation of LLL, whatever. You have S corp, you have C corp. You have a large constellation of options. You also have sole proprietors. Yeah, okay. So it's really up to you. One thing I want to say here is that your business legal structure is important because of taxes, of liability, of paperwork, okay, of hierarchy. Yeah, I mean, if you have a multi-member LLC, for instance, you want to have some kind of hierarchy. Again, this thing, you might be thinking, you know, I'm just alone here. I don't need anybody, whatever. So anything I'm telling you in this particular section, you might not like it. But one thing I want to say for real is that you need to make sure that you have the right structure so that if something happens, if push came to shove, you are able to defend yourself and be personally not liable. It's important. That's what a legal structure helps. Trying to isolate your personal affairs, trying to segregate your personal affairs from your business's affairs. Okay, this is what you need to think about, especially when it comes to no doc or low doc business loans. Okay, and so before you consider choosing a business structure, please think about flexibility. I want you to think about complexity. I want you to think about liability. I want you to think about taxes. This is important. I want you to think about control, because if you have an LLC, if you have a multi-member LLC, you might have to lose control a little bit. You might have to cede operational control. So those are things you have to think about. Those are things you want to ponder before actually choosing a legal structure. And also think about capital investment, licenses, permits, and regulations. Those are critical when it comes to giving an air of credibility to your business. The last thing I want to talk to you about is the loan terms. This is so important. If you want to get a no-doc business loan that pulls personal TransUnion, and you are trying to get a low, let's say you're trying to get a fast approval, and you want to try to get a loan amount that is large, please pay attention to the loan terms. Okay, and we're talking here about things that you should do before signing the paperwork. A lot of folks don't read the legal print, the fine print, and that's fine. For a credit card, for a personal credit card, for a business loan, that is so important. You want to make sure or have someone read the fine print, so you know what you're signing. Okay, don't just sign and say, you know, I need the cash anyway. You know, no. So money. Make sure you have do you have a clear idea about the loan terms? of the future loan that you were trying to get. Let's say you have identified a player and you want to actually abide by their rules to get a no doc business loan or a low doc business loan. So have you thought about, let's say, the terms of the loan? Those are quintessentials. They are quintessential. Okay, so when we talk about the loan terms, we were talking about the APR. Okay, so this is actually a calculation used in small business credit products to enable the borrower to compare how much credit actually costs. You have amortization. You got to think about something called if you have a bridge loan or a bridge loan clause in your contract. Think about that. Think about your debt to income ratio. This is important. Okay, make sure that the loan is unsecured. You want to pay attention to the tax liens if there are any. In other words, normally you should not have a personal guarantee. You should never have a personal guarantee in a no doc business loan. Okay, so because a personal guarantee is when a business owner personally guarantees in writing that he or she will repay a loan if a business does not. Okay, however, a PG is unsecured. When you think about PG, this is unsecured, like an unsecured loan. Okay, so there is no personal guarantee that you have to use as collateral if there's no PG. Okay, and one thing I want to say here, this is what you want to systematically look for: no PG, no personal guarantee. You don't want to risk your personal life in your business life, not at all. You don't need that. Even if you're a physician, whatever, you can actually get the legal structure so that you never want to have a PG. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was talking to you about no doc business loans that pull personal TransUnion, how to get a large approval the first time around. So I give you an overview and I share with you the lenders that pull personal TransUnion for large business loans. We talk about Fora Financial, Sunwise, Zing, Toro, SMB Compass, Sutton Funding, Capital for Business, Quick Loans Direct, Business Capital USA, and Clarify USA. So the steps that I want you to follow include loan proceeds, credit ratings, business plan, financials, wrong loans, legal setup, and loan terms. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.